Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips of the brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. Taking a go out today, see what things come out today, see what things are on sale. Today though, new release-wise, there's a handful of new things releasing. The main one coming out is Final Destination's Bloodlines. That one's coming out today, as well as Small Soldiers is coming out in a steelbook release, like a 4K steelbook, which I believe should be at Walmart. I don't know if it's going to come out like today or it's going to take a little bit to release, because I've actually seen a couple people showing pictures of it already, so it may have already started to show up. Also, Ash comes out today, as well as Fight or Flight. Those are the main releases today. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. And also, though, those of you who have been wondering about San Diego Comic-Con, I will be there doing a video, like a kind of, movie hunting, toy hunting video, Friday and Saturday. So I'll be there Friday and Saturday, going to the convention. Sometimes I go Sundays. Not usually though. Usually Friday and Saturday are the main days I go. But anyway though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into the first Target we go. You guys know we always check the $1, $3, and $5 spot. And now they're putting like candy over here. It's like Mike and Ike's, but they're not 99 cents or $1.29. That doesn't fit in the theme of the $1, $3, and $5. And they have like travel things they put here. These are definitely newer. These little like storage holder things, these little like, I guess like bathroom soap stuff. Those ones are definitely new. These notepads, these are newer. So yeah, it seems like they kind of change this area out for the most part, once a week it seems like. It seems like they really are changing it a lot. Let's see though, we always have to check over here, where the movies used to be in here, in the books, and see what changed. Did anything new show up in here? I don't think so. I think I remember all these things already here from what I can tell. And let's see, anything different with the turd mags? No, nothing really different, but we'll head over to the toys, see what else there is. I did end up finding the Jaws Ben Cooper, the mask character, a couple days ago, so I was lucky enough to find that one as well, but we'll see if this one has any to show you guys. I know there's a bunch of newer things showing up lately, so we'll see if they're taking a look back here, though. I'm seeing if they have at this location any of the Jaws ones to show you guys. Doesn't look like it though, from what I can tell. But you also have to really look in here very carefully, because like things can be in like very random spots and stuff in here. So it's always, like I've always say this, if they're really like, especially down in here and like kind of peek, because I notice things kind of get hidden and like shoved sort of anywhere. Because the problem is these spaces are not that big. I've seen, some people who show like pictures of some of these spots where some of them literally go from like here all the way down to where those TVs are, which is so weird that there's some of them that are like that, but not in this area. This area, like this one, there's the one, the mall that I go to is probably like double the size of that. And even that one is usually very picked over. We'll look in the main section. Let's see if there's anything different over there though. Yeah, I think that I was noticing the video seemed different the last part I was shooting, and I noticed like it was shot in like 60 frames a second. So like, I think some of that, like one or two of the shots was shot in like a different format in here, because I was noticing something was like a little different with it. When I was moving, it was like cinematic, and somehow it got changed. I wonder how long I've had it on the wrong format, but checking it, because I think I've probably been like that for at least a week or two. But I'm looking over here though, seeing if there's anything else different mixed in here. It's nothing too different from what I can tell. It's been pretty much the same stuff in this section for a while, but I know there's starting to be new stuff, because I've been seeing people showing online some pictures of like, and I've even heard people talking about like a Target restock, but there doesn't seem to be anything too major. The Squish section I noticed looked a little different though. I'll show you guys. But they've kind of redone this section. It's kind of like I don't know, it's a little different the way it's laid out in here. It doesn't look like anything different Bigfoot wise from what I can tell though. Into Walmart we go, and where's all the carts? This whole thing is like full to the brim. It's like there's like hardly any carts, and usually the other side is full too, but it's like I don't know where all the carts went. But into Walmart we go. Well, this location has not put any of the stuff out yet. I had to go out a little bit earlier today. They have the spots for everything. It's not that much earlier, but it's like maybe like an hour and a half earlier. But like you see the spots for Final Destination, Bloodlines, the 4K, and then they have, let's see, in this area, there should be, see, nothing was put out yet. But not in this, and they also had Rust, Ash. It looks like they're going to have the Blu-ray and the DVD. A lot of times they only have, one of the versions, but it looks like they're going to have both. And then some Hallmark collection, a Hallmark film. Other than that, that's like the main stuff. Let's look on the other side too, just in case there's any toys. I might head to one other one to see if that location has this stuff, you know. But taking a look back here though, oh, it's so funny, they actually have one of the Hank Hills in here. I was able to get 2 different ones for me and my brother though, but so that's pretty cool. So if you guys are looking for Hank Hill, I've seen him at Box Lunch, I've seen him now at Walmart, and I think I saw in a Hot Topic. So those are the 3 places I've seen, and I don't know if they're going to carry any of the other King of the Hill ones, but like at Box Lunch and Hot Topic though, I've seen all of them. I'm hopeful they're going to do a Bobby Hill one at some point, but very cool to see Hank in here and everything too. So that's definitely a new one as well. The toy section though here, not seeing anything too different like Minecraft wise. They still have a bunch of the 2-pack, the Jack Black and the Wolf one, and that one's one of those ones that like I remember originally was really difficult to find. It was because it was advertised in the beginning, you know, when the toys originally first came out, and then it was like not seen anywhere. But yeah, nothing too different. Very few of the locations have gotten the Fantastic Four movie figures. Like those ones, I went to that one further down one last week, and that one was like one of the only ones in the area that had them, but they didn't have all of them out, even though online it showed them all there. But at least I was able to show you guys. But I have heard though that Targets are starting to get in the Fantastic Four as well. So if you guys are looking for them in store, they should be showing up in there as well. There's some Bigfoots down there. But yeah, like I said, nothing really different in here today from what I can tell in here. And turtle-wise, there hasn't been anything too much. I think I saw there was a line of them that were going to be doing that they ended up canceling, of more of like the retro ones. So I don't know what's going to be next for like the kind of retro re-release turtles, but I'll definitely too. Oh yeah, in the comments below too, guys, if there's anything you want me to show at Comic-Con, you know, like any of the booths or anything specific, just let me know too in the comments below, like any of the special things, or if there's anything you guys know of that I should look for exclusive or anything like that, let me know. Exclusives are always really difficult to get. Sometimes you can kind of, like a lot of times they have like a portal you have to sign up for, but sometimes you can end up but yeah, like I was saying though, sometimes with those portals, you know, the things you have to sign up for at Comic-Con, even though they end up getting filled and you can't end up getting them, a lot of times you can end up getting, they just let you in the line like later in the day and stuff, and I've had that happen a lot. So like I was saying, like anything specific at Comic-Con to show or anything like that, just let me know as well too. Into the second Target we go. We'll see if there's anything different in this one today though. This area is kind of more picked over and everything though, but we shall see though. Well, taking a look back here, seeing if there's anything different in here. They have like some kind of an Avengers, one of these like itty bitty ones. I think I've seen that one before. Let's see though, anything in here different to show you guys. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. I'm seeing if I see any of the Jaws ones in here to show you guys. Like I said, I was able to find that over the weekend, one of the Jaws ones. But I have been seeing 2 people showing that, like I was saying, that the, you know, the figures from Fantastic Four are showing up in Targets too. So I'll see if I come across any of them. It looks like those, though, are showing up in the actual section, though, but we shall see. Yeah, in there, though, in the actual toy section, nothing different, but there was like a pallet of boxes to stock, and there was like so many different things. So who knows what that stuff is. So probably in the next like few days, this location will have a bunch of new stuff though, I would think. Into the second Walmart we go. This is one that I don't go to too often on Tuesdays, so we'll see, you know, what difference in here or anything like that as well. This one has everything locked up and stuff like that for the most part, but we'll see. Anything's changed out. We'll also look toy-wise to see if there's anything different. But yeah, busy today. Very, very busy. Let's see, I'm trying to like make my way around everybody. There's like so much action in here today, as they say. Sort of action. Here's all the t-shirts and stuff. You know, the local shirts and stuff. Not all the Walmarts do that though. Remember, I went to that one area, like Northern California, and they didn't have anything like that. But we're gonna head back though, see, hopefully there's some different stuff today. We shall see if the stuff was changed out. Like I said, I don't go to this one too often, and when I can remember, this one doesn't always change things, so we'll see. But yeah, down there though in the actual, movie section though, it was totally like picked over. Nothing was changed out, and the whole section was like very, very empty in a lot of the new release area. They did have some of the Supermans in this one. This is like one of the only locations that has them in my area, but none of the harder to get ones. They still have the ones that are easier to get. Like there's like a Hawk Girl one and a couple other ones that are the harder ones to get. But yeah, down here though, this is the location that had the Power Rangers behind here. Let's see like what's left of this one. I can't remember if I showed this one on video or not, but yeah, it's getting picked over, this area here. There's a lot of them gone, but there's still pretty many left. The ones of these ones that are harder to get though is the putty one. Like for some reason that putty one is like not in the grouping. You see the Rita one, but you don't see the putty or you don't see the Godar. Both of those ones seem to be the ones that are not part of this group for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's always like that. Like there's like ones that are the harder ones to get. But down here though, nothing really different from what I can tell. Nothing different Minecraft. Like I said, I don't think there's going to be anything new for those for a while now. Unless there's like any new ones announced, because I haven't seen much new for a while. There's a Rey Mysterio car down there. I don't know if I've seen that one before or not. And I did find like a while ago, and I wanted to show you guys on video, but I've never seen it again, the John Cena one that was like the invisible one. But it's like one of those ones I've never seen it again. I saw it at one of those locations, and I wasn't filming, so I didn't get to show you guys, but never again for that one. But yeah, nothing too different in here though, from what I can tell though. Into the final Target we go. And yeah, this one doesn't have like the candies and stuff like that other one did, but we'll head back in the toys though and see. He's running around everywhere. We're going to see anything different today though, but we shall see though. Yeah, I see the foam people in here today too, so I have to kind of like try to avoid them. They're like right over there. There's like two of them, so I have to kind of like hug this area back here, and I'm always having to do this now, and like staying in this back area to try and make sure they don't see me, because I do not feel like having cell phone conversations. Let me see if I can show you guys. Where are they? They're down there. There's like two of them down there. You can kind of see them. Let's see though. But in here though, doesn't look like anything different when it comes to the Supermans. Let's see over here. It's been pretty much the same ones for a while. I know there's gonna be more of like the different color Batmans coming out, like a yellow and stuff like that. But doesn't look like anything different. Nothing different. This one might be a newer one here. This Batman, like this 2-pack one here. I'm sorry, the 3-pack is like the little mini Batman. That might be a newer one. But we'll check the back area too. Like I said, I have to just sort of sneak around those foam people, because you can see them right over there. There's the foam people. There they are. So I have to kind of go back this way to get to the toys on the back wall. I have to do all this kind of like labyrinth tricks to try and get around all of them. It's the way it's always like this. So you go back this way and you can kind of get around. But in here though, looking to see if they have any of the Ben Cooper ones to show you guys. Yeah, these ones, you're always seeing the same Deadshot one, this Batman Year 2. I feel like you're always seeing these ones, even at Walmart, those particular ones. But yeah, this one doesn't look like they have any of those ones to show you guys, the new Ben Cooper ones. This is one of the ones that has one of the smaller sections, but I have occasionally, found some stuff here in the past, but doesn't look like anything different from what I can tell. Well, I actually found a new little stand thing here. This is kind of cool, like a fan drop thing. I saw some people showing these online. I don't know what they are exactly. They're like, I guess they're like little like setup kind of things of like fighting scenes and stuff. But there's like this one, there's like a Star Wars one. But I do see this figure down here, this Deadshot. I only see one of them. And then there's this Batman down here, which is like Batman that's like, what is this one? Look at this one. This is definitely a newer one. The Deadshot one's kind of cool though. This one here. I'll look this one up too. I think this is like one of the newer ones. Every so often I come across some of these ones and like I never know if like they're the really good ones. And it's like hard to know. And then like I sometimes pass up and then go look later and go, wait a minute, that was one of the harder ones to get. Well, we'll see if this Walmart, though, has anything, put out movie-wise. I tried to see if, like, on the locator thing, it looked like the things were showing up. And it seems like they are, so we'll see if the stuff is, you know, put out. What's the pain though is this one of the ones that locks the stuff up, and it doesn't get as much stuff. So it's a smaller section, but we'll see what this one has. All right, so it looks like this one actually has the stuff out in here. So let's see. Like I said, this one doesn't have all the things, but it has like Serenity. That was today. There's a steelbook release of that, a 4K steelbook for $29.96. Transformers the movie, there's a steelbook for that one. And then I saw Final Destination up here, and they have the 4K for $27.96, Blu-ray for $22.96, and the DVD for $17.96. Then there's a 6-movie collection here they have for $27.96, so that's cool. That one, just checking to see if any of the other new ones, like I said, this is a smaller one, so they don't get as much of the stuff. Let me see in here, steelbook wise, they have anything here for small soldiers? And you have to always check too, there's like this other sort of spillover, which is so weird because this section isn't locked up. There's like a shark collection here. I think this is might be a newer one, I don't know. Let's check too on this side. This is sort of the horror area. And then over here, let's see, anything steelbook wise? No, doesn't look like it. Let's make sure to check too back here at the figures. Let's see, anything figure wise different. This one has all of these ones, which is crazy. Is I ordered these ones from Ben Cooper, not from Ben Cooper, from Entertainment Earth, like months and months ago, and they never shipped those ones. It's so strange. But then over here, though, doesn't look like anything newer from any of these ones from what I can tell. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give the video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. You know, if you guys ended up picking up anything today. Also, though, let me know if you guys saw anything in the theaters this past weekend or anything you guys have watched recently on streaming. This past weekend, I did see Ari Aster's new movie, you know, Eddington, which I know there's some like mixed reviews on it. And like, you know, Ari Aster, they were talking about how like his films with like they kind of started with Hereditary being kind of more for mainstream audiences, and as they've gone along, they've been more not as much for like everybody. And the newest one is definitely kind of like Beau is Afraid, where it's like not a movie that everyone's gonna like. It's either gonna really like it or you're probably not gonna like it at all. I liked Eddington. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was one of those movies too where it just kept building up to worse and worse and worse. And I don't know, Joaquin did a great job in it. Pedro Pascal was excellent. I don't know. I thought it was really well done and an interesting movie. The other one that I saw was I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is kind of like the new sequel. It's kind of like they're sort of technically the third would be the real third sequel. You know, the third film in the series. They're like avoiding that actual direct-to-video one that they did. What's funny too was there was a Know What You Did Last Summer TV series from a few years back on Amazon, which I didn't even remember about. Like that's one of those things that sort of came and went. But I thought it was interesting. There are some things that happens with some of the characters that are kind of weird. That's all I will say. But it was not. I'm not going to say it's like not incredible or not like worth watching in a sense, but it's just not that great. It's still okay though. But anyway though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here is from Shout Factory, and this is one that a movie I absolutely love, and it's based off the TV series. It's basically kind of like the prequel, and it's the Stranger with Candy movie here, which I absolutely love this. And the series I've watched so many times, and I love how the series too always ends with like dancing. I don't know, something about that I really like, but basically this is about the character of Jerry Blank, played by Amy Sedaris, and her character was in prison for all these years, but she never graduated from high school. So when she gets out of prison, she's like in her 40s, and she decides she's 47. She decides she wants to go back to school because her father's in a coma, and she feels like if she goes back to school, that might wake him back up. So she goes back, and it's just kind of, it's shot like the way it's supposed to feel is like those 70s and 80s after school specials. So that was kind of the vibe they were going for. But it is so, like, the humor is insane in this movie. I love it. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just a really fun movie. It has on here a brand new 4K transfer on here from the 35mm interpositive on here. Commentary tracks on here with Amy Sedaris, Stephen Colbert, and Paul Dinello. Deleted scenes on here, music video and trailer. But great movie if you guys have never watched this one. I feel like a lot of people don't know that they made a movie after they did the series. That came in 2005. What's funny too is it was one of the first, I think, money in my pocket. The first one of the early Chris Pratt movies, because he was in there playing her brother in the film. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers. Sent over a free copy. This one, let you guys know this one was available, and I really like this movie. This is the new Final Destination film, Final Destination Bloodline, and they waited a long time between making a new film. I remember like the last one was like 2012 or 11, something like that. So it's been a very, very long time. And this basically kind of, it involves like in the very beginning of the movie, there was like this sort of tower restaurant where all these people died, and like, well, people basically you see what could have happened and certain people survive. It's kind of like coming back to get the people that survived and things like that. It's like, but this one, out of all of the films though, I think this one, at least when it comes to the sequels, has some of the most inventive deaths. They really tried to like come up with some really crazy kind of ideas and stuff for this one. I really like this one. I've always really liked these series. I remember, you know, when I saw the first one in theaters, how much I liked it. The only thing that the first one did, though, is made it so I really didn't want to go on airplanes much. This one has on here a commentary track on here with the directors, as well as the Many Deaths of Bloodlines featurette and the Legacy of Bloodworth featurette on here as well. And Tony Todd, this is, you know, his last film, and his part was great in here, and they let him too, kind of his last lines were kind of what he wanted to say to the fans. The next one here is from Marvel Studios and Disney and Marvel Studios, and this is Thunderbolts. This one, I would say out of all of the more recent Marvel films, this is the one that I thought was the most fun. I really like this one. And I think a lot of people have said how this is a really fun movie. It's too bad it didn't, I know it didn't do as well as they had hoped at the box office, which is too bad because, like I said, honestly, this was the most fun Marvel ones that I've seen in a long time. And I like the kind of stuff that they did too, where they did, they were like the original poster that said Thunderbolts. And then like when the movie released, they put this one up that said The New Avengers underneath of it. And I like this group. I thought Florence Pugh was great in here too. But I liked the film. I really did. And I really think this one is worth watching. And I think it's too, it has a lot of kind of comedy in it. And I like when there's like, especially David Harbour's character, I really like when they kind of interject more comedy and like wackiness and stuff into the films. This one has on here though, Around the World and Back Again, diving into the film's breathtaking opening with Florence Pugh on here. Some featurettes on here. It has deleted scenes, director's audio commentary track on here as well. The next one here, this is from Paramount. And this is crazy this movie now is 30 years old. Like, I remember so well when this movie came out. And it's just crazy to think it's 30 years old now. And this is the 30th anniversary. This is the limited edition steelbook here of Clueless. And this includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital code. And this is basically Lisa Silverstone's character trying to kind of fix up Brittany Murphy's character and make her kind of one of the popular girls at school. Here's a look, though, at the steelbook. I think there was a steelbook like this years back, I remember. One similar that might have been like a FYE exclusive or something. I cannot remember. But I remember like a kind of a similar look to the steelbook itself. But what's really new, though, is the case, as well as being on 4K. I don't think it was on 4K before the film. But then in here, too, it includes some like little things with it. So it has a bunch of different stuff, like little cards in here, and has like a sort of, I think it's a sticker, like one of these kind of like bedazzled kind of stickers, some other stickers you can put in here. So a bunch of little stuff is included in here with the release as well. So that stuff is definitely all new as well. Like I said, it's just hard to believe some of these movies are as old as they are, but it has on here, though, the Clue or False trivia game, class of 1985, look at the cast on here, a bunch of different featurettes on the film here as well. It has a creative writing and writer talking to the director of the film on here as well. The next ones here, these ones are from Lionsgate Limited. These are ones you can get exclusively from their website, Lionsgate Limited. You won't see these ones like in stores. So I'll have a link below where you guys can order these ones from Lionsgate Limited. And this is one, I'm so glad that they put out a Vestron video release of this one. And it's a really fun movie. I really love all the films in the Ghoulies series. And this is the one here, Ghoulies Go to College. And this one, years and years ago, Lionsgate put it out out in like a 6-movie pack or something like that. And I remember too, that was one of those things that was like in Walmart back in the day. It was really hard to find. Everyone was searching for it. It was like this whole big thing to try and find that release. But this is a really fun, it's basically ghoulies are kind of summoned in college and kind of wreak havoc in this college. It's just really fun, and the ghoulies kind of, you know, in school and stuff. I don't know. It's a really, really fun, wacky movie. It has on here a commentary with film historian TJ Busser and Paul Ashford of the Project Louder podcast. I think it's podcast on here. Interviews on here. It has on here trailers for the film and still gallery, as well as a making of on here as well. The other one here from Lionsgate Limited, this is a really cool release here. And this is a really creepy movie that Bill Paxton, the late Bill Paxton, directed and stars in, called Frailty. And this is an interesting movie. This came out back in, what year did this release? 2002 is when it originally released. But it's a cool steelbook. It has the digital copy, and here's a look inside at the discs, the 4K and the Blu-ray. And then also in here is a booklet which has the script in here with kind of script notes and stuff on here too, like the draft notes and stuff that's kind of written in, which is really cool. And like the different colors, like if there was like changes to the script and stuff. So that's included in here as well. And on this too, feature-wise, it has a commentary on here with Bill Paxton, Anatomy of a Scene featurette, Sundance from the Sundance Channel, making of Frailty, deleted scenes on here, storyboards, photo gallery, TV spots. And then exclusive Lionsgate Limited features. It has Father Figure, the establishing shot, trailers on here, and more stories from the Frailty set, which are included on this one. Basically, though, this is about Bill Paxton. It starts off with Matthew McConaughey telling the story of his father, and when his father kind of started telling these stories about things that they had to do and this list and these people they had to kill. And basically, he's telling the cops because he thinks his brother has killed these people. And it's basically kind of going back, and you're finding out about these two kids and when Bill Paxton's father basically cracked up and what happened. It's a great, very, very creepy film. The next ones here, these ones are from A24. This one I watched last night. This has Sebastian Stan in here and Adam Pearson, who was from Under the Skin. It's a movie here called Different Man, which gets a top recommendation. This was incredible, and it was shot so well. Like, it was shot like, I don't know, so the way that it was filmed and stuff. I love that it had very like old school techniques, and I like too that the movie, it kind of is set. It's like there's no specific year. And there's something I love about movies like that where you can't really date the movie, and it almost feels like, and they even said in the some behind the scenes stuff, almost like an alternate reality or different version of the world. And it's basically, though, Sebastian Stan's character is this actor who plays an actor who has a facial deformity. And basically, though, he feels that the deformity is kind of keeping him from working or keeping him from doing as much as he could. So he finds out about this experimental treatment that can change him. And basically, he goes through it, and it changes him completely. And he totally is cured of his ailment with the facial deformity. And basically, from there, he kind of hides away from the group. He doesn't even want to tell them how successful it was, kind of changes his whole life. And then at the same time, he wants to start acting again. And he gets into this play, and it's kind of this whole thing about this woman that saw him before he had his surgery and changed, and he finds this woman again. And basically, long story short, right after he ends up seeing somebody very similar to him, played, Adam Pearson, who has a facial deformity, and basically he is kind of like the version he always wished he could have been. It's a really interesting movie. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. It's one of those movies you have got to watch this. Has on here a comedy track on here with the director and Sebastian Stan and Adam Pearson on here. About face making of featurette. Has 4 deleted scenes and also has postcards on here as well. But like I said, guys, definitely watch this. This was so good. I cannot tell you how good this movie was. And so well acted and everything. Here's some stills and some postcards that are included in here as well. But like I said, really, really a great movie here called A Different Man. The next one I got here from A24 as well, and this is one called Death of a Unicorn. This is an interesting movie. It's basically a group of these people are kind of going to like this weekend retreat, and they end up on the way hitting something with their car, and it ends up being a unicorn. And basically they put the unicorn in the back of the trunk, and it ends up not being dead. And basically they end up, the people at the party and stuff see this unicorn and like take it and use it for like, think that they can kind of do stuff with it and kind of become obsessed with it. And essentially it's sort of like it's kind of the worst thing that could ever happen is this unicorn, and essentially they all kind of start cracking up about what they can use this unicorn's horn for, and all these different types of things. It's one of those movies that has a very, like, build up of things just getting worse and worse for this group of people. It has Jenna Ortega in the movie, Paul Rudd, Will Poulter is in the film, Tia Leone, Richard Grant, but really great movie, and interesting, kind of quirky. Has on here a comedy track on here, How to Kill a Unicorn featurette, deleted scenes, and also has collectible postcards included in here. I won't show that, which is like kind of gory, but collectible postcards in here as well. And the other one here that is from A24 as well, and these are ones that you can get on their website, or you guys can get all these ones I've seen in stores, though, too. I know Warfare and Death of the Unicorn in Walmart, and Different Man, I believe, is in Barnes & Noble. And now we have Warfare, which is the new film from Alex Garland. And this is intense. This is like one of the most very realistic war films, and especially kind of like what happens and the violence and everything in here. It's kind of ramped up to the kind of the furthest you've ever seen for a mainstream movie in a long time. At least I will say. But it's an intense movie, basically, though, in the Iraq, in the war, and basically kind of what people are going through over there in this group. And it's just, like I said, a very intense movie, and it actually has and it was written by an Iraq War veteran, so kind of things that he had gone through as well. And Alex Garland, who directed Civil War, directed this one. But it's like I said, it's a hard watch just because it's so intense, but it's really well acted. It has on here, though, a comedy track on here, as well as some a featurette on the movie, and then it also has postcards included in here as well for this one. The other one here to let you guys know that was available, this is one that was a Apple original series, and this is from, I guess it's from Apple TV's releasing this, I believe, is the distributor, which is cool because there's not a lot of stuff that is Apple that gets released on physical media. It's a series here called C, which has Jason Momoa in here. This show went for 3 seasons, so it's a 3-series show, and has all the seasons here included in the set. So I wanted to let you guys know this was available. If you guys were a fan of the TV series C, the complete series is now available. The next ones here, these are really cool. These are the brand new 4K releases here from Troma, and they are of the Toxic Avenger films, and it has all 4 Toxic Avenger films. Toxic Avenger, the first film here. Now, all of them, too, include brand new introductions by Lloyd Kaufman. Toxic Avenger Part 2, Toxic Avenger 3, as well as Toxic Avenger 4, Citizen Toxie. And they also include all the archival features as well, which were included on the old, Blu-ray and DVD releases. My favorite one was because I always love the behind-the-scenes documentaries. On the 4th one, there's a really great making of, just like they had on Terra Firma and Poltergeist. I love the documentaries they do. I'm hoping that on Shakespeare's Shitstorm, that's coming out soon on Blu-ray and 4K, I don't know if there's going to be, but I'm hopeful that there'll be like a making of documentary. Like I said, I always love those. And if you guys have never seen The Toxic Avenger, it's basically about a kind of a nerd who falls into toxic waste and becomes a Toxic Avenger. And there's the new remake coming out with Peter Dinklage next month, which I'm really interested in seeing. I got to work with Mark Togler, who plays Melvin the Mop Boy in the first film, in my last film, Desert Fiends 2. Like I said, though, I want to let you guys know that these were available. And the last one here, which is available from Full Moon, this is one, I think this is the first time it's been available on Blu-ray. It's a movie here, Arcade, which is a really fun, this is a movie that has Seth Green in it. And this was from, what year was this originally from? Like the 90s, early 90s, I can't remember. 1993, called Arcade. And this one has on here a commentary with Charles Band and Megan Ward. Has the video zone on here, original trailer, some interviews, rail visual effects featurette, and trailers for other Full Moon releases here as well. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.